Morning again. Um, where were we yesterday? We were discussing about resume writing a little bit, and then we moved on to group discussion. Am I right? Right. So we'll start with that. Do we have anything to clarify, anything to discuss about both the topics? Anyone? Any questions? Arun Raja is here. No. Right. Right, guys. Give me anything to start with. Is there anything that you would like to ask? Nothing. All right. So I did mention that we will have to start our group discussion from today. You guys came up with any groups of your own among friends? Nothing yet? Okay. So we'll start with the first name reflecting here, Diana. Welcome, Arun Raja. All right, Diana. Ida. Diana, form a group among your friends. I need a minimum of six, a maximum of eight in your group, and come up with a schedule. This should be for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And if people don't talk, then it might extend also. So, the group discussion topic I will be providing you. But then come up with a group of your friends or your peers. Come up with a group, and you are in charge for your group. Come up with a schedule as well. This is for maybe tomorrow. But then you need to come up with the team and timing schedule by today. Right. Topic I will provide you on the spot. Yes. 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 Right. Arun Raja, you form a group. This is a group discussion. Minimum of six, a maximum of eight members. You'll have to come up with a list of names and a schedule for it. Right? As I mentioned to Diana as well, this will go on for a maximum of 35, 40 minutes and a minimum of 25 minutes, I think. So, schedule, we should do it tomorrow, which means you will have to give me the list of names and the schedule by today. Diana and Arun Raja, you guys have to send me a separate message, not in the group. ஸ்கெடியூல்னா நாளைக்கு எத்தனை மணிக்கு மீட்டிங் வைக்கலாம். ஆமாம். Maximum eight members. Yeah. Six. Six is minimum. புரியுது. உன் கஷ்டம் புரியுது. Right. Um, right. Similarly, we will have to come up with other members as well. So we have 39 who have joined us today. Um, so all of you have to form a group. I have mentioned these two because we are starting off with these two. If some of you feel we will have to go tomorrow, we'll have a group discussion tomorrow itself, I am absolutely fine. So start your own groups and then give a schedule. Write a WhatsApp message to me separately, not in the group. Let's not crowd the group. The group is always already a bigger one, which involves all the other classes as well. So let's not do that there. Send a separate WhatsApp message with a group and the schedule. Hope I'm clear. right? So Diana and Arun Raja, I'm making it very clear. I need the message today with the group members plus the schedule. Okay, right. So the next topic that we have to discuss will be about interview skills. We have done it in the class already. Wherever I have been, I know what I have come up with. But then it is mandatory for us to keep discussing interviewing skills, right? So, what is the one thing that you think you remember from your previous classes? Not just me, anyone else also. Interview skills, we have spoken a lot about it. What do you think is the one thing that you remember even today? கிளாஸில் கவனிச்சாதானே சார் என்னடா வரும்னு ஆ அப்போ சொல்லுங்க எனி ஒன் ரிமெம்பர் எனி திங் கொஷினே தான்டா இன்டர்வியூ ஸ்கில்ஸ் பற்றி என்ன ஞாபகம் இருக்குன்னு கேட்குறேன் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணது கிளாஸில் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணது டு யூ ரிமெம்பர் எனி திங் ரைட்டு எனி ஒன் எல்ஸ் அபர்ணா how to sit in an interview right eye contact nice வேற creativity can you explain that Sai Revati please posture body language yes sorry dressing sense confidence dress code uniqueness speak clearly gesture part of body language yes so you remember something which is a good thing what else do you remember be attentive right way you talk way of talking right yes all of those are important um, do do we have to prepare for an interview do we should we prepare for an interview so what is a preparation what kind of preparation for qualifier rounds yes 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 you have to prepare for each of your qualifier rounds what I mean is for the interview itself to okay Clement to speak in front of mirror to fine tune our body language correct to get rid of fear right the neti potla ani illanvaanga you know exactly Clement has done that the third point that Clement mentioned here to get rid of fear what he means is nervousness uh, how do we do that any suggestions you can speak by practicing right practicing what by running more seminars where you give speeches yes where we ask questions in between okay rehearsals right you rehearse very good how do we um, get out of this nervousness that we may get caught up in that's that's one question which we need to answer practicing rehearsals absolutely yes you have to do it but gathering more information regarding the topic Okay, yeah, that's again part of preparation for it. When we are dealing exactly about nervousness, how do we do that? That I think I can give you a point or two regarding that. Nervousness creeps in when you are waiting in your head, right? Believe yourself, right? Yes, of course. Nervousness creeps in when you're waiting in your head. What do I even mean? என்ன சார் சொல்றீங்க? We always wait. We wait for our turn. We wait for our bus, right? We wait for our professors to arrive in class. So what do you even mean? I'm not talking about the physical waiting part. I'm talking about your head. What do you do when you're waiting? And particularly during a group discussion or an interview, what do we do when we wait for our turn? What happens to us? Or I'll put the question this way: when are you more nervous? When you're waiting for your turn, or when you're actually talking, or when you're actually in an interview? When are you more nervous? Can you think and give me an answer? Absolutely yes. Waiting for our turn. Why do you think that happens? Right. Yeah. Keep thinking about those things. So when you start thinking that way, then nervousness is the only thing that will come into your head, not anything else. So we'll have to stop ourselves from doing that. But uh, in a class environment, we would have done it a lot better. The classes that where I went, I think we did some nervousness techniques. So maybe I'll help you guys with that. But looking at objects around us, yeah, Surya, you're there, right? Exactly. See, there are many techniques, not just one. You can Google it and find out yourself. I'm not some kind of magician here. So these techniques are, used by many millions of people around the world to get out of this nervousness. When you're waiting with your friends, when you're waiting alone for your turn, there are a lot of such techniques that you can implement and get out of this nervousness. Um, so that is something which you have to do. Since it is an online scenario, I am unable to help you with these techniques practically because it won't be effective. It has to be in a class environment where I mean, the training, will not be effective since you're sitting at home because you need a companion to do some of the activities. So I'll just give you the idea behind it, and then you can ask me in, whenever you get a chance. We'll do that as well. But to start with, uh, when you're sitting alone waiting for your turn, let's say you're waiting outside the interview hall, or even waiting for a group discussion or whatever. When you start thinking about, okay, I'm going to be the next person, or I'm going to be there inside the interview hall in the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, then your mind goes on a nervousness spree. You should stop that. Somehow you should stop that. One of the techniques that I recommend is to start, as Jay pointed out here, just look around you and look at various objects that you see, right? Even in your space where you are right now, just look around. There are many objects that you know what it is, right? You look around, there is a almirah there is a dressing table, there is a fan, there is a window, there is a glass pane here, there is a picture. Um, so you find a lot of stuff lying around, right? So give it a new name. Just think, I mean, look at that particular object, and then think of a new name. Give a new name for it. The new name is not a random gibberish. It has to be some other word. Let's say you look at the fan in your room. You immediately name something else. For me, elephant. No, you name. You call the fan as elephant. You just don't say fan. You say it as elephant. Try doing that. For all the objects, give different names. This is something which will help you while away the time. At the same time, keep your thought process under control, and it avoids your mind to think about the interview itself and then end up being nervous. So there are millions of such activities that you can do to avoid nervousness. So you should start doing that. All right. So my first question was, how do you prepare for an interview? When do you start preparing for an interview? What are the things that you need to prepare? As someone pointed out, practice in front of a mirror. I think it was Clement. Practice in front of a mirror. Look at the mirror and uh, have a proper eye contact. Have a proper smile. These are important. This is the preparation that you have to start doing every day. Maximum 5 minutes is what I'm asking. Once you start doing these things, then you will feel better about yourself, presenting in front of others. If you are not confident, which means you are not confident to yourself. Okay, when I look in the mirror, right, and then I can properly look at myself, have a decent professional eye contact with myself, have a small smile, not a creepy smile, have a small smile. Absolutely brilliant idea for us to have a smile during an interview. But then it should not um, be constant. Don't have a dead face where you have one emotion and show it to the interviewer. You are a human being, show your emotions. So the preparation is starting there. But then there are many other preparations that we need to talk about. One is about the organization that you are planning to attend the interview. You will have to know something about the organization, something about the industry itself. Let's say you are attending an interview for a software organization. Learn something about them. Read their visit their website, go through what they the little bit of history, when the organization was started, what are the current projects, what are their achievements, and who's their CEO, who's their important people, right? They would have given their names. Learn it, and learn the headquarters, where the headquarters is, where how many employees are there. These are the basic histories that you need to brush up and remember, and about their technological advances, on what are the current technologies that they use for their projects. Are they a product development company, service based organization? Just brush up all these things, understand basic projects that they're doing, have these things to talk about during an interview, because one of the questions during an interview is going to be, why do you want to join this organization? Why are you attending this interview? You can't say to get a job. Obviously yes, that's the reason, but you'll have to tell them why. you know Sorry, power cut, I think. Am I still audible? Okay. See, once they're gonna ask you about this, do you know anything about directly? They will ask you directly also. What do you know about this organization? If that is the case, you will have to give something for them. You'll have to tell them that you have done a little bit of research about their organization, about the industry per se. If you don't do that, and if they ask you this question, imagine a scenario where you're blank, for this question. So what do you know about the about this organization? What do you know about this company? And then you go blank. You don't have anything. You don't have anything to say. I'm i'm telling you, that is a huge disappointment from the interviewer side, and they will not select you. So you should know something about the organization, and this question is going to be there. Read about it, and then you just can't say this is a big company. No, these are the terms you won't use. You will mention specifics. You won't know everything. Obviously, you don't know everything about the organization. You shouldn't know everything about the organization. I understand. But something about it, something about the industry. Why do you want to be a software engineer? Why do you want to be a guy? Why did you do VC? So these are the questions that will be there, right? So you have to have clear cut answers for all of this. Unless otherwise you do that, um, this is a preparation, I mean. So you prepare for an interview expecting these questions and how to answer these. uh, Try doing that. Try doing this preparation starting now. um, Analyze yourself, analyze your strengths and weakness. They'll definitely ask you, what are your strengths. Okay, immediately you can go talking about your strengths. So I'm a hard worker, I stay all night to finish my task, I'm a smart worker. um, it can be anything, right? So once you say that, just remember, anyone can say that, the same thing, hundreds of you can say the same answer, but then there is a difference in terms of how you answer it. So when they ask for your strengths, you will have to give a strength or two and then connect it to your achievements in the past, um, or some events in the past. Unless otherwise you do that, uh, this question doesn't make any sense to anyone, because anyone can say that I'm hardworking, I'm smart working, and I mean, I'm a perceive, I perceive and achieve things. You can say that, but then what is the um, proof for it? So you'll have to give a proof that you are a hard worker or a smart worker or whatever that you are saying, as your positives, as your strengths. Unless otherwise you back up your strengths with experience, in terms of what has happened, what's your achievement. I don't think you have answered in full. So better think about that and then keep an answer ready. For example, something would have happened in your school days or during your college. You might have asked something to your parents, and they would have said, "நீ படிக்கிற லட்சணத்துக்கு இது வேணாம். I'm not going to get you this." So maybe you can make up a story there, but then ensure you are genuine in answering. Um, you can't tell the interviewer that you were a poor student at the start of your 10th, but then by the end of the year you did really well and scored great marks. And the interviewer will be able to check, what marks you got in your 10th, or whatever you're saying. So, and if it doesn't match, you're saying you achieved something in, so achieved something, and if it is a lie, then that can be easily verified. And if it verified to be a false statement from you, again, you are at a moral problem, ethical problem. So just try and have answers for all these things, right? So there are millions of such questions. All the questions need an answer from you during an interview. An interview cannot be uh, decided right now. We can discuss about all the questions. We'll be doing that over the course of the next few days. But then start preparing an answer for each of those questions. I will be sharing these questions to you in Google Classroom. Just ensure you go through all of these questions and try and answer it yourself. And if you're having problem answering these questions, please ask me. I'll help you. But then start preparing. This is the right time for you to start doing that, right? So tell me about yourself. You need to start wondering how to answer that. Just don't memorize something and say that as an answer. That is not going to help. Tell me about yourself can be the easiest of questions that you will answer, or could be the hardest, depending upon how you approach it. If you want to answer, tell me about yourself, um, without even um, talking from your heart, right? Because you know yourself. Tell me about yourself is nothing but you're talking about yourself. Why would you have to memorize something about yourself, right? You don't do that. Don't memorize anything. Just have pointers, like, where do I start? How do I go? What is the travel? You remember those things. Don't remember the story itself, because the story is you. You remember everything about you. You know where you did your school. You don't have to write it and memorize it. Don't keep that as a answer. You can answer from your heart. At the same time, try and build up a story related to that. Your grandparents would start a story, like ஒரு ஊரில் ஒரு ராஜா, right? It's not like ராஜா செத்துட்டாரு, ராஜா என்ன பண்ணாருன்னா அப்படின்னா போகிறது இல்லை. So try and start a story from your younger age and then build it up towards engineering. When you're talking about engineering EC, there is one thing which you need to definitely give an answer. Why did you choose ECE? Right? Don't tell them that your parents forced you to. In some cases, maybe that was true, right? That is the reality. But then that cannot be an answer. You'll have to think about a valid reason that you selected easy. Give them that. That is something which you need to definitely provide. Hopefully, you look genuine when answering that. But then, if it is genuinely that you are interested in EC and you selected, then it's a different case. But if it is someone forced you and you didn't get some other stream you wanted, but you ended up here, then again, interview is not the forum where you go self pitying. நான் அதுதான் ஆசைப்பட்டேன் எனக்கு அது கிடைக்கல இதில் வந்து விழுந்துட்டேன். No, that's not done in an interview. That won't work in an interview. So get answers for all these questions. I'll share these questions to you today. So once you get that, let's uh, uh, let's start doing that. Right? Any questions? We have a lot to talk about in terms of interviews. We'll do that over the period of over the course of next few days. Till today, till whatever we discussed today. Is there any questions? கிட்டத்தட்ட 8 நிமிஷமா நான் பேசியிருக்கேன்டா. ஏதாவது கேளுங்கடா. Dinesh, no. Right. Okay. I think Arun Raja and Diana, right? Both of you have been assigned a task. Don't forget it. Come up with a plan for tomorrow. So let's meet tomorrow and then take it forward. In terms of this class itself, we will have the class. Once we finish with the interview discussions, once we finish with the interview discussions, we will go ahead with the group discussions itself during the class hours. But then that's 3-4 days away. As of now, we will have classes for everyone, and then we'll proceed. Group discussions, we will have to finalize. Arun Raja and Diana, please come up with the required information by today so that we can conduct the group discussion starting tomorrow. And tomorrow we need the next couple of batches. I want someone else to take in charge and they can message me today itself. Please do that. All right. Anything else? Looks like that's it. Thank you for your time. We'll meet again tomorrow. Attendance, yes. Um, is it possible for you to log in today in Google Classroom and give your attendance? Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll come up with another link and then I'll share it. And then you can give the attendance for today. Okay. Thanks. All right. Thank you, guys.